Set within a semi-tropical rainforest valley, surrounded by volcanic peaks, powered by Red Arc. Welcome to Camper Trailer of the Year 2020. The Bushwacker Boma is a mighty unit that packs a lot into its diminutive box-style frame. It features a host of included extras, including this full 360-degree wraparound awning, and the Boma's Gullwing style side-folding beds are as cool and relaxing as you can get. Inside, the Boma is a cool sanctuary with breezes funneled exactly where they're needed. And the height, more than 2.1 metres floor to ceiling, is truly surprising. Everything you see is included with the Boma. 75 litre XTM dual zone fridge freezer, 160 watt panel, diesel rims, gas hot water system. But let's hear from the judges about this cool off-road unit. I loved the Bushwacker Boma's Gullwing side-folding beds, David. Did you feel the same?
Yeah, sure did. It's a unique sort of design with your beds folding out each side, and two double beds even, not single beds. It was a really interesting design and very well executed.
Boma, it's Zulu for small shelter in the bush, and that's exactly what this thing is. It's got twin 180-degree shelters to go on the outside for awnings, and those two beds, I can really see two hunters, two fishermen, two gold prospectors going off into the bush to create their small shelter and live quite well.
There's so much going for this particular camper. One thing I particularly liked was that huge swing door at the back with that kitchen unit. You had a separate sink on one side, you had this cavernous pantry space, really functional kitchen, and I think we counted as we went round, I think we counted 5 water points, didn't we?
Yeah, 5. All accessible and fed by the pump, so not one gravity one there amongst them.
That kitchen was really interesting. There's a great big box on the back of the camper that you swing around and fold down, but it all opens out, and here's this huge stainless steel prep space with a cooker in it, your sink over here.
That pantry was probably the biggest that we've seen so far.
You know, one little thing I like too, and it must be so cheap to deliver on, but it's so handy. Those custom foam inserts with the custom cutlery. So when you're traveling the back roads and you get to the end of the day, you open it up and things are where you left them. They haven't been rattled from one end of the pantry to the other. Really simple, really functional, makes a really big difference when you're traveling.
You get all your crockery and your cutlery and all that sort of stuff supplied. It's all there in those little foam inserts when you buy it.
The awning was reflective coated, which was really good. You don't always see that. The awning space, as you say, with a 360-degree awning around a unit that's that size. I mean, you could live out there for a week. You could have a small herd of wildebeest in with you and you wouldn't notice they were there. It was absolutely immense. It was an optional extra to have the sidewalls that you could create a really massive living space. In terms of comfort, I was surprised to see a little sink inside. There was so much living space outside, I wasn't entirely sure that I would need that in there, but it was just that little added point of comfort and luxury, I suppose. You're lying there in your bed, you're brushing your teeth inside. It's really, really nice, a nice camper.
And how did it feel on the tow ball, Tim?
From a towability point of view, the Boma is super compact, which is really good. It's on leaf springs, which personally I don't mind. For repairability, it's great. And it's a very predictable ride, doesn't lurch much in corners.
Do you think the Bushwacker Boma represented good value for money, Tim?
Look, at $49,500 all up, and that's including a fully fitted out kitchen. It is actually very good value for money. And the reason why I say so is it has great social opportunities. So once it's fully unpacked and the awnings are right out, it's just a great place to be with so much space, both inside and out. You've got twin double beds with inner sprung mattresses inside, a sink inside, as we've said, and then outside you've got lighting throughout the awning, and you've got the kitchen area at the back, and then you've got 2 side areas where you could put some swags for your mates. You could put a dining table out there, there's so much space. That social aspect and that amount of volume it offers when it's fully open, with a decent amount of self-sufficiency, so 50 grand or just under, it's pretty good value.
I've written down in my notes here, we've got 210 amp hour batteries, you've got 160 watts on the roof for solar, 110 litre stainless tank. You can fit 2 9-litre gas tanks at that front portion, and there's still room for 3 jerry cans.
One of the things that Bushwacker talk about is that this is pitched as a true off-road camper. And so it's interesting always when people start talking about that to think about dust proofing, because if you're going to be true off-road, you want to be able to unfurl your bed at the end of the day and find that it's not covered in half a bucket's worth of outback dust. The seals on the unit, they're all really utilitarian, you know, just the sort of thing that you need. When you pull that thing down, you know that it's locked and loaded and it's going to be in the same condition at the end of the day as it was when you started.
Okay, the Bushwacker Boma, cool like a savannah breeze and built tough like an elephant.